Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of Figuratively Speaking. It is the return. After 2 months, I have finally came back. And tonight is Destro, the man in the iron mask.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with...
And good evening once again. Tonight's episode on the return of Figuratively Speaking is my favorite G.I. Joe character, Destro, the man in the iron mask. Destro is a fearless power behind Mars, the largest manufacturer of state-of-the-art weaponry. This man's history, or character's history, goes back pretty far. 13th century. Destro first appears in the Marvel comic series G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, issue number 11. Although his face is never seen, he is Cobra Commander's hired specialist, sent to stop the G.I. Joe team from ruining their operation on the Alaskan pipeline. Question: why does Destro wear an iron mask? He was forced to wear a steel mask for his crimes. Neither side were willing to execute him because they still wanted his weapons. Rather than taking it up as a sign of shame, the Destro clan turned it into a symbol of pride. The patriarchs passed it down as a tradition from father to son for over 20 generations. Now, in order for this Destro to have obtained this mask, this Destro actually murdered his father after a heated argument of how he was dealing with Cobra and other entities for the family business. After a heated argument, Destro shot his father dead. Destro then claimed the mask for himself and wore it with pride ever since. Even though Destro was getting weaponry for Cobra, he had a certain sentiment for the G.I. Joe skills and how they were always able to defeat Cobra Commander and Cobra. Nonetheless, getting into this figure, which is the forefront to the starting of my G.I. Joe classified series toy collection. I got this from Bill from Weird Fantastic Toys, who sent this to me. Bill, I thank you very, very much for this. I have not been able to find this here in St. Louis. when I did find it twice, the packages were already opened and parts were missing, so I did not purchase. After I did not purchase, then I had not been able to find them since. Bill, again, from Weird Fantastic Toys, thank you so very much for this. So, almost ashamed to rip this open. I'm going to grab a knife, I think, and open this up. Well, I've got one right here. Rather than destroy the box complete, or the card art and everything else, which I don't want to do. So, I know Destro's been out for a while, and I just haven't had this figure, and I haven't gotten into the G.I. Joe Classified line until recently. So let me go ahead and open this up. And hopefully that'll open him up nicely. And it does. Uh-oh. Oh, let's see. Uh-oh. These come with some really, really nice stands. This one obviously has Cobra on it because it is a Cobra figure. That is who he aligned himself with. Really love that stand. And he comes out of this packaging very nicely, and of course I did not ruin the card back. Let me grab what came out. What is this paper? Anything interesting in it? Probably not. Nope, just warnings. Small parts, little kids. I don't have any real little kids, so I'm not too much worried about it. Destro comes with this really nice, very, very nice briefcase with Cobra on the front and back. I'm not sure if it opens up, but we're going to find out right quick. Oh yeah, it opens up. It opens up to money at the top and a computer in the base. I think that's a rather nice touch. And it snaps together very, very nicely. Hasbro, great job on this. Really love that. That's awesome. He also comes with two weapons. This one kind of looks like a Desert Eagle to me, I guess. I might be wrong. Anybody who knows what this particular gun is, let me know in the chat or comment. He also comes with this nice little assault hand pistol. Has that very nice scope on it. And I absolutely love that. I'm not sure what the make or model of this particular weapon is either. Could be something that he customized, but I really love that. I do like the fact the way these are packaged. They are not packaged with rubber bands or crap like that. Comes right out of the package very nicely. What I also like is that he has this classics, ab crunch, things like that. I really love that. That's fantastic. By all means, that's fantastic. I don't know if their heads do pop off. It's actually really, really nice. I love the necklace in which they did for him. Very nice. Comes off. And of course, we all know that his romantic nature with the Baroness is who he actually is dating, or if you say just has a romantic relationship with. So right away what I notice with this figure is he has got really nice articulation. Now I don't have the wrist crunch that I think they should probably have. However, they got some really nice articulation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. About 13 points of articulation, which is really nice, and I love it. Will not complain about that at all. Now again, what ties me to Destro is he was a man that he is a character that quite literally pretty much does whatever the hell he wants. And again, I can respect that because of who he is. I do kind of wish that he had that they had the forearm swivel on these characters, but and as I do with Masters, I will do with G.I. Joe. Can we get a good... There we go. That face. That distinctive face. And the silver chrome dome, the mask that he wears. Now, his head's swivel does go up, it does go down, front and back, left and right. I absolutely love that about this character. I actually like these characters more than I liked the 3-inch or 4-inch scale. And the reason why is the articulation. Now granted, the smaller ones have great articulation as well, but I think this stands out more on a personal note. I love the fact that he can hold his weapon and it stays in there securely. Not sure if I like the hips at the way that these move. These hips are... the legs drop a little bit. Not sure if I really care for that too much. But I do love the design of this character. I love the silver motif on the black. Also the red up here. But I love the bootstraps and the boots themselves. Very much falls in line with the cartoon and I love the posability of them. And if you've seen my IG page, you've probably seen what I've posted on IG with new characters that I have also obtained. They do have that boot that you can move around 360. The ankles, they also got those swivels in the ankles, and I love that. But for the most part, just because Destro is who he is, and this was exactly as I told Bill, this would be the first character I collected before I got any others. And when he told me that he went back to the store, he got one, and that he was going to send me one, that got me to start doing the rest of the collecting that I'm doing now. Which kind of leads me to the next question. Why do I collect? Well, I collect for many reasons. Most of my reasons is because the childhood that I had. A lot of my childhood was stolen away from me. I am a product of a system that, quite frankly, really does not give two shits a fuck or a rat's ass about kids. And I am talking about what they call child services. At 2 years old, I was taken away from my mother, my brothers. I was placed in 30 different foster families by the time I was 8. I went through, and of course at this time, child services did not really check the backgrounds of people that were supposed to be fostering kids. So there were things that happened in my past which made me grow up very quickly. Needless to say, the cartoons that I got into, the video games I got into, the comic books I got into, they become good memories, a source of nostalgia, a sense of belonging, and a way to get away from the real world. For me, Masters of the Universe, G.I. Joe, Transformers, cartoons, comic books, they were my release. And I truly enjoy it. I truly, truly enjoy it. Now that I have kids of my own, I get to share my love of these toys. It took me a while to collect G.I. Joe, and now that I'm into it and I'm revisiting the nostalgia and the nature of what got me into this to begin with, why this particular figure, character from cartoon, comic book, why he means so much to me. The Iron Mask is not to conceal his identity. The Iron Mask was a sense of pride for being part of a family. Regardless of how that family was. In 1986, I was adopted at 11 years old. One of the happiest moments of my life. And for me to quite literally, as an adult at 50 years old, be collecting these toys again, and don't get me wrong, I loved the 3-inch, 4-inch scale that were vintage and that they even remade, but I like the 6-inch figures a lot better. One, it's more toy. Two, I can pose them a whole lot differently, a whole lot better. And at the end of the day, that's what my collection is. It's nostalgia, but it's also meant to be played with, because toys are meant to be played with. And as we have said in many, many channels, toys really are for kids. But toys are also very much for adults. Now, as I put my Destro on his stand, which I love, this stand is very cool. I love it. I could pose him in any way, shape, fashion, or form. And I love that. And he don't just have to sit on a shelf. I could do whatever I want with them. I could pose them however I want. The articulation is fantastic. And at the end of the day, this sits in my collection knowing that this is going to be the first character you see on a shelf in my collection for G.I. Joe. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Destro. Not a member of Cobra, but a man in an iron mask. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching tonight. Thank you for coming back to see me again. If you like these kind of videos, please like, subscribe, do all those YouTube things. And I will definitely see y'all on the next one. Have a good night.
Yeah, make all the demons quiet. Yeah, we were built to thrive. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night? Yeah, make all the demons quiet. Yeah, we were built to thrive. Yeah.